This conference will now be recorded.
Take that use case today to explain that before switching to the regular discussion. That is also a good thing to know. It will be useful for us. So and also scenario to understand this sort by our sort with our sorted. These are all uh, very useful things. So the point is
Thank you.
now and also one more request from all of you. Uh, I know we have fixed audience and probably and you might not miss these sessions. I know, right? All of you. Sorry. So what I need is I just want to have a a small WhatsApp group so that anyhow Bharat, Deepak, Harish, Madhu, Sandeep, Sudarshan, Suresh, and Veer Prasad, and one more guy, probably some 10 to Srikanth is one more guy. So we have just 10 to 12 people who are very regular. What I need is if you give me your context because they were there in the WhatsApp group, so that the updates, right, the session updates I can exclusively send to you rather than right this thing. I thought to have a small group for us for discussion. Okay. Yeah, I'm sharing it. I know. So I didn't share the screen. Huh? No, already screen is shared. I hope screen. Okay. I think it is in shared mode only. Okay, but I have already shared it. Sandeep. Uh, Okay, I'll take all of your contacts and we'll create a small group for all of us. Okay. So you can also interact between you people so that I don't apply any restriction on this group. Okay, because we know we are more responsible people who don't have issue there. So that would be helpful for us also. Okay, what do you say? So you can also help each other if anybody has doubts. So that will be a good thing. That's what I thought. Okay, right. So I think it's visible right now. I am moving to the last time. Bharat had asked me a question. Okay, so what we do is that's a good thing actually. That scenario, what is that? Is this one? But most of this stuff, we are not new to this because with the kind of applications we have done and the time we spend on each topic, that itself is more than enough to quickly get on something. Okay. So Bharat asked me like how to apply sorted by in the last session. So, I just want to make sure you also get some idea. And these are useful things, sir. Sometimes we need to do some kind of this thing ourselves. So how you do that is simple. So but we need to get an idea. So that's why I prepared these scenarios for you people. Okay. Now when you look at this, there are three methods applicable with sorting here. One is sorted, the other one is sorted by, the third one is sorted with. And with small differences, these are doing a kind of sorting here with small changes. There is a little difference between one method to another method. But what's happening here is all the methods are doing the same thing. What is that? All are doing some kind of sorting, but in a different way. Not if every method is doing the same thing, we don't need three methods, right? So that's what this is all about. When you talk about sorted, you look at observe this. This performs sorting on objects. Suppose you have a list like this. I'll just take a scenario. Okay, I'll take a scenario here. Just show you. So here you have a list. You have an employee object. So with some names like employee number, like ID something, then employee name something like ABC, and then some salary like this, and two more objects. Okay, and this time second and third, and then something like BBC and CBC, something like this, or something like that. Okay? And then some 2000, some 3000. Now you are adding these objects to the list, something like list of you say something like this val sum e1 equal to, then val sum e2 equal to, and then val sum e3 equal to. Okay, I have three employee objects like this. Usually we try to build these objects from case classes. That is one of the best thing to use in these kind of situations or scenarios. If you ask me why, because reason is simple. We can do this pattern matching with this case classes. We had already discussed about that. So we can have a better apply on that. So we can apply pattern matching on this case classes. That is one of the best use case of case classes. Okay, so usually these objects are created from case classes. That's why we didn't apply new operator here. As you know that we had discussed that clearly. So we are passing these three objects to the which one to the list, something like e1 comma e2 comma e3 like this, or you can directly pass each object. We don't have an issue. Okay, employee of like that, even you can pass like that, anything is fine. Now suppose I want, these are already in sorted order here, but if it is not sorted, means what? If the objects are not sorted, then I need to sort them. Then how can I do sorting? I can do sorting here in three different ways. Either I can sort by employee ID, or employee name, or employee salary. So how this can happen here? Of course, I have added this data in sorted order, but usually when you have not just three objects, 100,000 or 10,000 or 1 lakh objects, we don't know whether they are sorted or not. And how do we do that kind of sorting? Okay, how do we do sorting on objects, not on this simple data? Because on that, which if we just apply a sort function, like on list of integers, list of string, list of decimals, that sort function directly work on just sort. But this sorted by, sorted with, these are applicable on objects like employee object, like customer object, like okay, dog object, something like that, some user defined reference type of objects. Then in such case, what is that? How do we do is simple. Scenario one, suppose you are applying sorted function instead of sorted by, okay, if you sorted, one thing we have to do in sorted is if you want to apply sorted function to sort your objects, this scenario is not sorting on value types, not applying sorting on value types, but we are applying sorting on object type. Got it right? Something like these objects based on some employee number or employee name or salary, some kind of attribute in the object. So in such cases, so if you look at this sorted, you have to apply this. This is the requirement for sorted. What is that? When you are applying sorted, first you have to extend it. This should extend some ordered right here. This is ordered, and I told you we are applying a generic version here, where ordered is taking a employee as a type here. In the brackets, you can see that square brackets. Are you following? Now in this, in this we are first creating a case class here. If you look at this, we are first creating a case class, and in that case class, if you see employee is our name, and then we have three parameters here: employee ID, name, and salary. And this is extending order type. Generally, whenever you apply sorted, the requirement is the standard is, and if you want to go for sorting with sorted, then this object or this case class, whatever the class you are creating here, that should extend this ordered trait. That's actually the requirement. It's part of a process. Maybe you can ask me, how do I know? Means now we are discussing. Otherwise, we can get from the documentation. Anybody has to come from documentation. What in the documentation they were saying? They were saying if you want to apply sorted, you should extend this ordered trait, which is there in your Scala API. Now you directly extend it. Now, when you extend this trait has one abstract method compare, you should override that. Okay. And this method compare is here. If you see, we should override. You know how to override a method. We had discussed in Scala polymorphism this topic. So this compare is there in the order trait that you are overwriting in the class here. And you see here what you are doing now. You are applying a simple scenario here. We are taking the parameter of this compare is as that means just saying that it is a parameter for this, and the parameter itself is what type? Employee type again, if you see there, because you are trying to sort what? Employee object. So you are passing parameter as employee itself, the compare method. Suppose if it is dog object, then you should pass dog as a parameter to compare method. Now in that employee, on which field you should apply sorting, that you have to mention. This dot name means in this employee means you are trying to sort with name here. What is it? You are trying to sort with name. So if you say this dot name compare, this is how you do comparison here. This dot name means name in this employee object. Compare that dot name means same object only. So you are comparing with the same object, but in a different way. Got it right? So this is what you have to do. So what you have to do, you have to override compare method. 3 steps here. 3 steps. Step 1, extends ordered method, ordered trait, sorry. Then override compare, pass the object on which you want to apply sorting, and then do the comparison. Here, this is the compare, and this is not difficult to do, right? So you, on whichever the column or attribute you want to apply sorting, you just say this means current class object. Current class is employee. Compare, that means what? The other object, because both two different objects are there. The current object is going to be compared with the other object. Then based on that, what happens? Right? Compare method, what it will do? It will internally return some kind of integer here. Probably what it will use is, it's like compare to method. So I have discussed this scenario with you, right? It returns when both the names are same, it returns 0. Otherwise, it returns positive or negative, depends on the this alphabetical comparison. We had a discussion like long back somewhere where we are discussing string methods, if I'm not wrong. Similarly, this will also work in the similar kind of approach. For us, you don't need to get that deep into that. You just need to apply this, and now this is okay. What done? What we have done here, we have done two things in one shot. What is that? First, we have created a case class. At the same time, we are also applying a customized sorting here. This is called as customized sorting. You are trying to sort your objects based on certain column or certain field, and for that you are trying to override what? A compare method here, and that compare method helps you to compare like this. Is this clear for everyone here? Is this clear for all of you, sir? Sir, is it clear for everyone?
Yes, it's clear.
So this is one case. Okay, because why I thought to discuss this is this kind of customized sorting. Many people don't know, sir. Probably I told you again, when it comes to Scala, people don't have this idea. Many people don't go this deep into this. But sometimes when you are going into a deeper implementation of Scala, all this matters. And you should know. So when this scenario comes, like when you want to do sorting on objects, like how you can do that, because you don't have direct methods available, right? Then you should know these things. Okay, that's why. And other stuff is don't use it, except this applying this customized sorting here. What is that? Extending ordered and overriding compare and this stuff. And this is not even difficult. This dot name compare that dot name means what? Anybody can understand that. Okay, you are trying to compare to name from current object with name from the other object. Okay, which you pass as a parameter. So that you are doing here. That is not difficult for anyone. Okay. Now once this is done, you prepared your case class. Then after that, what you are doing now? After that, you are creating your objects. First employee. All of you know this. You know, as you have three parameters, you prepared an object with three values. One Michael and then 12,000. And second object again, two James 12,000. And third object, three Sean 12,000. Now you can see now we are doing sorting with names. So after creating these objects, what we are doing here, you can see in the code, we have just passed those parameters to the list. You know, list can take not only this value types like integers, decimals, or strings, or other type of value types. It can also take object types. Object type means it can take employee objects. We can pass group of employee objects. We can pass group of customer objects. We can pass group of dog objects. We can pass group of animal objects. Okay, right. So now that's what we passed all these three objects to the list here. You can see, I think you know this stuff. And now you are applying simply listed, sorted on that. But if you should apply the sorted, before this, we have to prepare some background for this. This is what we have to do in the beginning. Without doing that, if you apply sorted, I don't think that is going to help us. Now you can see this. This is sorted according to alphabetical orders. You can see J came first and then Michael came after that and Sean came after that. And you know these three objects are sorted according to their names. Can you see that, sir? First I have passed the first time EMP, but now I don't see the first object there. That Michael object is not there first. Now James came first. There is a swapping of objects happened internally based on the name here. That's what happened here. Do you understand this? Why don't we test it, sir, quickly? Shall we test it? Shall we? Okay, we'll just do a quick testing here. First thing. First, prepare a case class, sir. Case class EMP with three parameters. So generally ID, when you give ID both as a standard, both letters should be in uppercase, sir. Okay, that is a standard actually. And then int, comma, then name string, and then a sal double. Now you are applying sorted, right? So this scenario is going to cover with sorted. Okay, we are applying sorted method here. Then we should extend what, sir? We should extend okay ordered, and then you can apply a type also, sir. We are applying ordered on EMP, so I am passing directly that there. And then override which one, sir? Compare method, and it takes a parameter of, if you want you can put that, sir. If you don't want that, make it something else, sir. Okay, you can also that is a just a reference name. Okay, a parameter name, sir, local variable name. Otherwise that you can choose whatever you want, just for that naming standard we put it as that. Otherwise you can give anything of your choice. Okay, if not that, put EMP there itself. Otherwise you can also keep like this, you can also keep like this. It's your choice. I don't think it should be that always. And we are applying a partial function here directly. Of course you can what you can do, you can declare return type, all that stuff, but we are not doing. We are directly taking it as what this dot you can see. I'm seeing some error here. 1 minute. Okay, let me finish it, then I will check out. This dot name compare. So that dot. Okay, what is the issue? 1 minute.
Bro, data types, bro.
This colon was
So what did I do here? Okay. Sorry. Correct. Thank you. Okay, then after that, again, just here in the test class, what you do is create couple of objects here, val space e1 equal to employee of just 3 objects, something like one, some BBC, comma, some 10,000. Similarly, create 2 more objects just for testing purpose. 2, 3. Now we are doing sorting on names. Maybe if you want to sort on ID, then you say this dot ID compare that dot ID. Otherwise, you can also do sorting with sal also. That's up to you, sir. Okay. Now I put here ABC. I put here the third one CBC, something like this, and then some 2000, and then 3000, and some numbers here. Now I am trying to apply pass all these 3 objects to list, sir. You know, all of you know, right? Something like val space some L1 equal to list of E1 comma E2 comma E3, right? And finally, what you have to do? Just you need to apply it. Now you can apply your sorted. Happily, you can go for. You can see that, sir. You can see sorted, sorted by, sorted with. These are the 3 different methods what you have here. Okay, now you can apply on list here. I'm choosing sorted, sir. Okay, and then now println of L1, and before sorting apply println of L1. Let's see the difference. This is simple idea about how to apply sorting, sir, and how to go for customized sorting also. You might also understand how to apply customized sorting. Okay. Now run this. Let's see. Now you can see there some difference. 1 minute. I got it. So here the mistake is val space L2 equal to. I should print L2, not L1. Now let me run this. Now you can see that, sir. Is our object sorted here? This sorted returns again that list, sir, sorted list. So that we should assign to another list here, a new list. Okay. So when you print it, you can see now. So definitely you can see the difference. The first one is without sorting. The second one is sorted according to names here. Now you can see what's happening, sir. You can see the names with ABC and then 1000 and after that BBC and CBC. So all the 3 objects are sorted according to name. All of you are clear, sir? Is that clear to all of you, sir? So please test it, sir. This is idea about what? Idea about customized sorting. If we need a descending order, what is descending order, Sandeep? I didn't get it.
just now we are doing from ABC, right? ABC, that is ascending order. Like reverse.
Reverse
Z.
means
You mean descending?
I got it. Then what do you do then? That dot name equal to, just try this dot name. Can you see that? Can you see there, Sandeep? Just change the comparison here. That's all. You got descending now? Okay. Right. So that's a small change here. Just shuffle this. That's all. You get ascending or descending. Everything is here only, sir. Understood? Got clarity now? So now you are good, right? Now you know how to do customized sorting based on objects as well, not just customized sorting on in type or float type. Is that good for all of you, sir? Please test it, sir. Then we go for sorted by. Okay. Any questions? Bharat, are you clear now with this? We'll do sort by also after that.
Crystal clear, Manoj. Thank you so much.
Okay. And this is also useful, sir. That's why I thought to discuss. And also it gives an opportunity for us again to recap case class one more time. That is also one more advantage. And also we can see how to pass objects to list. That is also one more new thing. Okay, we can do so many things actually. And without applying compare also we can do the sorting, sir. We can do our own sorting also without taking that method help also. Okay, please test it, sir. I think I have given the code. If you wish to copy and paste and test, you can do that. Otherwise, type everything and test it yourself. That is also one more type, one more way. Do it yourself. Anything is fine, sir. Please confirm, sir, once it is done. So is it done, sir? Okay. So this one, next one, sort by is simple, sir. can simply say underscore means by default it's a kind of lambda also. Dot we can choose. You can see here when I say underscore dot. Now you can apply any of these three keys to sort your what is that, sir? Any of these three keys to sort your employee objects. So now actually others are sorted, sir. Employee number is sorted here, and employee salary is also in sorted order. So what we can do is we can apply sorting with the name, sir, because name is something which needs sorting, which is not in sorted form. So you can directly say like this if it is sorted by. Now, and also one more thing is when you are going for sorted by, you don't need this. I don't think this is necessary, sir, because that is implicitly implemented. In sorted by, the comparator is already there internally. All that setup, all that background which we have done for sorted is already available for sorted by internally, implicitly. So you don't need to again extend ordered, or you don't need to override compare, or you don't need to do any comparison of parameters in this sort by method. That is not necessary. Following, sir. So this is simple idea, sir. All of you are clear, I hope. So let me test it. You should get the same output, and you can see there sorting happened, but this time this is much more simpler than sorted. Correct? If it is sorted, you have to go with a different approach, like taking ordered and overwriting compare. But here, just simply apply sort by and then the key which you want to apply. And on when you apply that, automatically sorting happens on with whatever the key you want. This is sorted by works. The difference between sorted and sorted by is for sorted by, the comparator is implicitly available. You don't need to implement anything. That is not necessary. Is that clear for all of you, sir? Right. So if you want, please quickly test it. Then we can check with the. We can also check for sorted. Sorted with also. Please test it, sir. I don't think this take much time. This time. Okay. If it is finished, just confirm, sir. Okay, fine. Then the last one is sorted with. It is also similar to both sorted and sorted by. There is a small difference here. That's all. If you see with sorted with. So what happens here is in case of sorted with, you can see there the internal behavior of sorted with is what it does is it takes a comparator function and sort according to it. Or if you want, you can implement your own comparator function also. Okay, now I am not doing customized, I am not implementing customized comparator, but we are depending on the implicit comparator. Comparator means which is a method where we do the comparison of two objects. Means we don't directly do comparison of two objects, but we can compare two objects by using the attributes of two objects. Like name is there. Just now we have done for sorted method. You know, right? We have compared name of this object, current object, with the name of a next coming object. That's how we can do the customized comparator. Even in this case, what we can do, we can go for customized implementing customized comparator in that way actually. Okay. But now what we are doing now in this case sorted with, I am not going for customized that thing, customized function, but we are just directly doing with the implicit. The only difference is everything is same. Now you see in the previous case, you know, right, when you sorted by key, we just say that underscore dot name, automatically the other object, right? Underscore dot salary means this is coming from one object, and greater than underscore dot salary means this is coming from another object, two different objects, right? How do you do comparison, sir? I'll just give a quick idea. What is that idea, sir? Suppose if you need to compare, I'll just show here. If you need to compare, I will show here only, sir. See here. I have employee object with the one something like some ABC and then some salary. This is object one. Now, if I should compare this with some other object, even that object must exist, right? So I take this one and then -1 comma BBC, something like this, comma some 500. Just let's take this. Now, in this case, when you say, right, this means it takes one object, current object. Assume that which is having one as a ID, and that means the next coming object. Because if you should compare, minimum two objects must exist, because you don't compare that object with that object. It's usually that we don't do that kind of thing. Okay. Now, what happens now? Suppose you want to compare with employee numbers here. You compare this, right? This employee number with that employee means this one, like that. Similarly, that is sorted approach. Now, in sorted with, by what happened implicitly, it is using its default comparator. We don't need to do that. And in sorted with, what you have to see, you have to again, right? Sorted means which attribute of object must be compared with other object, which other object of attribute. Okay. So here sorted with is doing that. With means what? Attribute of one object compare with the attribute of another object. That is meaning of that. So underscore dot salary means what? Suppose you have three objects. This might be the coming from first object. Greater than underscore dot salary means this might be coming from the second object. In that way, what happens? Again, in the next iteration, this becomes second object. This becomes third object. Like that, what happens? The comparison, it will be doing comparison, and according to that, sorting is applied. Got it, right? So this is also almost similar to sorted by. In the sorted by, we are directly taking one parameter, and that is implicitly compared with the next coming object. But here we have to pass what both the objects, the current object and the next coming object, both must be specified here. Got it, right? So this is a simple idea about sorted with. Other things are simple, same, sir. Only thing is simply we have to say, when in case of sorted with, it takes what is that, attributes for two times, something like this, something like underscore dot name one more time like this. So you can just try to run it. See, it is doing descending order when I apply greater than. Suppose apply less than, you get ascending order this time. Without any doubt, you are going to see something with the ascending order. Can you see that? Is it clear for all of you, sir? Is this clear now? No, sir. Can I get an yes or no from you, sir? Got clarity or any questions? Any confusion? So this is a detailed analysis. Similarly, this kind of approach might be implemented in some other methods as well, sir. But the concept is same. Okay. I mean, the approach is same, might be, if not sorting, some other kind of logic might be applied. When you do go for customization means what, sir? Something which you do yourself. Okay, that's what customization. Default, it will be having some functionality. If you want to change that functionality, we do customization on top of that. Okay, so this is idea about all the three different methods, sir, which is applicable for sorting of objects here on a list, actually on a list class. So hope this is clear, right? Please test it. Then we will switch to the next topic. We will go back to the actual discussion. Okay, after this. Okay.
So the sorting is possible only with layout in collections.
Pardon, Madhu?
So sorting is possible if you wanted to sort on any item in the collections. Then it's possible only with layout. I mean that layout in the sense here it is a case class.
It's not like you can use normal objects also, Madhu. It's not like you should use case classes. Okay, you can take normal objects as well, and you can apply that. But usually, what is that case?
What I'm trying to say, can't we apply sorting on raw data without mapping with variable?
Raw data instance directly you are saying 10 like without case class objects, you are saying that.
Yes, without mapping that variable. Here ID one is mapping with ID and BBC, I mean that name is mapping
You are
with name.
saying this thing, right?
Yep.
So without case means that is a different. I'll come to that question. Okay, let's finish this.
Okay.
Okay.
You got it, right? My question.
I understood the question.
Yeah.
We will discuss that.
Okay.
Finish testing, sir, all of you? All of you finish testing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me discuss even Madhu's question, because these are more useful, sir. Concept anyhow, we can understand. Syntaxes are not difficult. These questions, because when you keep asking questions, then we can go a little deeper. So Madhu is asking me, without, suppose if there are no objects, so can't we apply sorting? That is the question. Is that, am I correct, Madhu? Without case class, if you directly pass data.
Yeah.
Suppose this question probably might be, you correct me, Madhu, if I am if that is not what your idea is. So I have to remove this, because we can't create objects unless we have a class. All of us know that. Now your question is, I'm taking val sum list equal to val sum list equal to list of. Is this your question, Madhu? Suppose you have data like this 1, 5, 4, 2, 6, like this. Is this what your question?
Maybe you can take the same employee details. Yeah, it's also okay. Yeah.
But employee means, definitely if you want employee details, you need a class, Madhu. Without class, we cannot have objects, right?
Sometimes there is a chance we get raw data, but so after that we will map anyway. We will map with layout, but without mapping also sometimes if it is possible to do sort on, but we know the position from this position to this position, one field, and from this position to this position another field.
You are talking about fixed length files, okay? That's what you are talking.
Yeah, maybe.
As per your this thing, that's called as fixed length files.
Maybe here in this case.
Let me explain. Yeah, I got your point. See, that is different scenario. Whatever you are asking, Madhu, he's asking something related to the files actually. Suppose you get data in a file that is related to the file actually, not with object oriented scenario.
that in case of file, but in case of list, it's all about, you know, items, right? So the first
Correct.
item, second item, third item, fourth
Correct.
item, it will be like that, right? So
Correct.
what I'm trying to ask is, so I need, you know, so I need to sort on second item or third item or fourth item in the list, in the collection. Here, what we are doing indirect approach. So for every item, we are mapping with layout. I mean that variable or whatever it is, a column, and then based on that column, we are sorting out. Correct.
Okay. Okay.
But without mapping to that field, so based on the item in the collection, can't we sort?
That you can do that kind of sorting. Okay. But you know, right? There is, you know, as per your question, you know, right? So if you want to just based on some item means, you tell me what item I want to take here. Usually when you do sorting it can be applied in two ways. There is only two types of sorts throughout the world. One is ascending order, second one is descending order.
Yeah.
You got it right? We don't have any other orders. So when you try to do with item means what item I should take, because here either I can when I do this sorting here, I can sort on this list, no doubt. I can apply sorting on this. Either we can choose some what is that built-in sorted function, or we can go for what customize. You can also apply your own sorting. That is two possible cases. Okay. Now, if when you have all value types, in that case, you cannot choose a 4 and as per 4 you cannot compare with others. Usually when you do sorting, either it has to be in ascending or descending. Maybe when it comes to the objects sorting, then in that case, as they have some structure, as you say, some layout, as they have some fields, definitely fields must be there. Even in a real-time case, when you have a data file, that data file, again, we need to add fields to that through case class. I'm talking about real Spark scenario in a real-time situation. When they give raw file like that, raw data, again, we prepare a structure. We convert that raw data to a structured format with the help of case classes in Spark. This is actual application. And on top of that, again, we convert it to a SQL object. And on that, we apply the comparison SQL queries. If you want to go for sort with, or if you want to go for any other joins, or if you want to go for anything else, that's how it goes. Actually, are you getting it, Madhu? And here, if you want to just apply, I think you can simply just say something like, okay, you can also apply here on this. I think Harish is giving me a method. I don't know if it is going to work or not. Harish, there is no direct sorted off list. Okay, Harish, did you tested it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Might be list dot started. Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah.
List dot sorted means again what? Again you have to apply what? Let me just try this anyhow, because as you are passing me this, also put a cursor on this whether it is returning. What is the return type of sorted method? Okay. First, let me finish this.
No, it will just sort the things and will give the output. Simple thing. No written right.
Yeah, it's returning something. Okay. Madhu, now I am just passing. This is just simply applying sorting here. Can you see there, Madhu? Is this what you are asking? Hello? Hello, Madhu? I think we miss him. So some audio problem is there for Madhu, it seems. Sir. No issues, sir. This anyhow, this is a yeah, that is fine. Okay, we know that, right, Harish? We have done it number of times, sir. So this is only just to understand sorting, whether it is sorted or not. That's the only thing. Okay.
Okay. Sir.
Okay. that for iterating with for or for each, anyhow, we know that we had discussed many times, right? So you can apply this. I'm just only trying to explain Madhu's question. Right? See, there are two scenarios here. Applying sorting on this kind of value type of data. For that, you can directly apply sorting. Applying sorting on customized objects like employee, like customer, like student, or anything like that. Okay. In that case, what is that? Like claims. In that case, what happens? Then you have to go for doing some kind of comparators, using some comparators or comparables. Then you have to do the sortings. Got it? This anyhow, applying for is what it's a simple thing, right? We have done it many times. This is okay. Okay, you can just print it, see the output. Okay. And why it's not giving the result means because when you directly pass it to the print, it just performs a temporary sorting. If you assign this result to some other variable, then if you iterate it val space on list 2 equal to, now I should iterate list 2, not list 1. So that's why I missed the sorting. 1 minute. Let me remove this bracket as well. Okay. Now we get that sorted data element by element. That's all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, yeah. 4, 5, 6. Can you see that? And here you cannot again do descending. You cannot go for which one, sir? Descending. If you want to do descending, again, what you have to do? You have to do the customization. Just now I have shown, right? You have to use a simple case class, and then again you have to apply some ordered by, and that kind of thing you have to apply. Okay, or you can go for just a bubble sort kind of approach. You can apply a sorting directly on the list itself, because list has indexes starting from 0. Based on that, you can do some kind of sorting, and you can store it into some temporary this thing and apply sorting. Just I think Madhu got it. He's saying that he got it. No issues. Fine. And one more thing is, whenever you are talking about raw data, in the when you get data as raw data, that raw data will be again have different formats. Like suppose definitely in a real time, that raw data has attributes or fields. Without fields, doing sorting or doing any other kind of operations is going to give you a lot of headache. It won't happen in real time. Got it, right? You must have columns on top, on based on columns only you do the analysis. Without columns, if you want to do the analysis, then it is a never ending story in a real time. That's why what happens is, in a real time, when they give a data set, that data set, suppose it might be a fixed length data set, sometimes it might be fixed lengths. For us, we use JSON, or we use CSVs, or we use .dat or .csv or .jsons. And for us, always the data comes with columns. The JSON comes with columns. The CSVs comes with columns. The DAT comes with columns. On that, we do the analysis. Suppose you ask me, if there is a file coming without column names, then what you have to do? That is called unstructured data, or raw data, as per Madhu also. So when you have unstructured data, then the point is you convert that in Spark into something called RDDs, and that RDDs again you have to convert it data frames if you want to do the analysis. Okay, that data frame conversion happens again with case class. How they do the conversion? They use case classes. You got the point, right? Means you have to provide a structure for such unstructured data by using this kind of case class, and then on top of that you do the analysis. Because without converting to a structure, proper structure, doing analysis on unstructured data, it is going to take you so much of time, as well as it becomes very tedious for everyone. You got it, right? So that's why in a real time, you don't directly do the analysis. First, you have to provide some proper structure to the data, and on top of that you apply all this, right? Whatever the kind of analysis you want to do with the querying, or with or otherwise applying some kind of program. Is this clear for all of you, sir? Got it? So I think I have clarified Madhu's question as well. Might be if there is any still issue, we can discuss on call also, no issues. Okay. So sir, what I need is please all of you, I think I have 10 or 9 here who are very regular. Can I have all of your numbers? Let us have one separate group. Okay, and I don't we can discuss yourself also. If you have any doubts, all of you have a discussion among yourself also. So I'll just create a simple WhatsApp group for all of you, so that it's easy for me even to update about the sessions. Okay. Of course, I will be adding the same in the other group also. So please, already Bharat and some of you had given. If anybody missed your numbers, please give me your numbers, sir. Maybe